Hello and welcome to Maths by Sa.
This is my 7th lesson of D4 chapter number 3 exercise 3C, that is about the multiplication law of probabilities and independent events. What is conditional probability and how to identify the situation of conditional probability and how to apply the multiplication law of probabilities. These are the questions that have to be really clear to all of my students. If you are not clear about these all questions, you have to watch and understand the previous lesson, for which I will be giving the link of the lesson in the description box, because the lessons of mathematics require continuous integration and practice of the lesson with the previous lesson. So, please must watch and understand these all lessons. Let us move to today's class, and don't miss any part of the lesson, because if you are missing any part of the lesson, you will be finding this lesson and the next lesson difficult. So, let us read the question. Question 8 says a bag contains 20 potatoes, 4 of which are rotten. Bag A contains 20 potatoes, and out of those 20 potatoes, 4 are rotten. Rotten means defective. Bag B contains 12 potatoes, 3 of which are rotten. Janvi selects one potato at random from each bag. Okay. Complete the tree diagram below to show the possible outcomes of Janvi's selection. And then Janvi wants to find out the probability of selecting 2 rotten potatoes. He multiplies the probabilities along the RR branch highlighted in red. Okay. He says that he is using the multiplication law of probability. Do you agree with this or not? Explain your answer. So, in this situation, how many bags are there? There are 2 bags. Bag A, bag A has 20 potatoes, of which rotten are or defective are rotten potatoes are 4, or good potatoes or non-defective. Okay, non-defective. Non-defective potatoes from bag A are how many are there? As there are total of 20. So, it means that the 16 will be non-defective. Okay. 20 minus 4 which is equal to 16, and the total, let me write here, total which is already given in the question is 20. Now, let us talk about bag B here. Bag B, how many total potatoes are there in bag B? Bag B contains 12 potatoes, total are 12. It is always good to write on the data in small size in the beginning, okay, in short form, and 3 of which are rotten. Bag B, rotten potatoes. Are 3 are defective, okay, or non-defective from bag B, non-defective, which is 12 minus 3 which is equal to 9. Okay, I hope you are clear about this. And then the question says that Janvi selects one potato at random from each bag. Complete the tree diagram. Okay, now these 2 branches are for bag A. Okay. So, from bag A, the rotten or defective potatoes are 4. I will be writing these probabilities of a little big size, so that my students can see this carefully. 4 by 20 chances are there for the defective or rotten potato, and for the non-defective or good, he is writing the good. So, we will also be writing non-defective or good, good potatoes and good potatoes. good. So, if out of 20, 4 are defective, 4 are rotten, 16 by 20 are the good ones. Now, coming to bag B. Bag B has how many rotten potatoes? There are 3 rotten potatoes out of how many? 12, and 9 out of 12 are good, and then 3 by 12, 3 by 12 and 9 by 12. Okay students, here the point that we need to understand is that as the bags are independent, choice of defective or non-defective, potato or item from bag A has no effect on the choice of the defective or non-defective from bag B. So, that is why there will be no change in the numerators of the bag A choices, and the total will also remain same. Same coming to bag B, as when we are going to bag B and we are selecting the potatoes from bag B, that has no effect on the choice or selection of the potatoes of bag A. That is why the rotten apples, rotten potatoes, total of rotten potatoes and good potatoes from bag B and total remains same. Okay, I hope you are clear about this, that why in the previous question, if you compare this question with the previous question, you can see that here when the second choice was there, we were having one total 1 less than the previous branch, but here why we are not having the total 1 less than the previous branch? Because the reason is both the bags are independent. The choice of the rotten or good from bag A does not affect the choice of good or bad from the bag B. Then these are independent events. So, coming to the second part, he can multiply the probabilities along the R branch, and he is right to say that he is using the multiplication law of probability. So, for the second part, answer is yes. Yes, and why that is yes? That selection of rotten potato from 2 bags, selection of rotten potatoes from 2 bags are independent events. Hence he can apply, or Janvi can apply multiplication law of probability here to get answer for our rotten situation. I hope you are clear that how we are identify the condition that 2 bags are independent, or how we can apply the multiplication law of probability. Please must watch this small question for better understanding of the next question, and let's move to the next question. Question 9 says a red die has the number 1 on one face, number 2 on 2 faces, and number 3 on 3 faces. Okay, 2 green dice each has the number 6 on one face and number 5 on 5 faces. The 3 dice are rolled together. Okay, then we have to copy and complete the tree diagram, and then after that, with the help of the tree diagram, we have to calculate the probability of getting 2 on the red dice, 5 on the first green and 6 on the second green, 3 on the red dice and 6 on each of the 2 red dice. exactly 2 sixes, a sum of 12, a sum which is divisible by 3. So, it's a long question, and let's try to read and understand the question slowly. I'll go really slow in this question because this is one of the important questions of the O-level examinations, and students, you also don't have to go anywhere and don't miss any part of the lesson, because if you will be missing any part of the lesson, you will not be able to understand the question properly. Okay, so we have a red dice. Okay, so data for red dice. Okay, is having number 1. There are some numbers. Okay, number 1, numbers and faces. Faces. Okay, number 1 is written on how many faces? 1 face, and number 2 is written, and number 2 on 2 faces. Number 2 is written on 2 faces, and number 3 is written on 3 faces, and the total is 6. Now, let's make some partitioning here, and then data for the green dice. There are 2 green dice. Okay, so for green dice, numbers which are written on the green dice, and the faces. Okay, 2 green dice each have the number 6 on 1 face, and the number 5 on 5 faces. There are 2 numbers printed here, 5 and 6. 5 is printed on how many faces? 5 is printed on 5 faces, and 6 is printed on 1 face, and total again here are 6. Then the question says that we have to complete the tree diagram. So, you can see that for the red dice, the number 1 is printed on 1 face out of 6 faces. 1 face out of 6 faces. So, the probability will be 1 by 6. 1 by 6, I will write little big so that my students can see it clearly. Number 2 is written on 2 faces out of 6. So, 2 by 6, and this is 3 by 6. 3 by 6. Moving to the green dice, first green dice and second green dice. Here number 5 is written on how many faces? 5 faces. So, the chances of coming up 5 from first green is 5 by 6, 1 by 6, 5 by 6 and 1 by 6, 5 by 6 and 1 by 6. As students, both the dice green dice are identical. They have the same number of faces printed on them, and same numbers are there. So, for the second dice, green dice, choices will be 5 by 6 and 1 by 6, 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 5 by 6 and 1 by 6. First part was that we have to complete the tree diagram, and using the tree diagram calculate the probability of obtaining 2 on the red dice and 5 on the green die and 6 on the second green die. So, first let me construct one more column here, that is of outcome column, outcomes, and then I have to construct one more column, that is for sum, but for outcomes. Look how to construct the outcome column. 1 will be joined with 5 and 5, 1, 5, 5, and then let me use ruler first and pencil. It will take some time, but there has to be some symmetry in your work, students. Your work outcomes should not mix with each other. Okay, yes. Now 1, 5 and 6, 1, 5 and 6, and then we have to go with 1, 6 and 5, 1, 6 and 5, and then 1, 6 with 6, 1, 6 with 6, and with 1 we have done all 4 outcomes. Then 2, 5, 5, 2, 5, 5, and 2, 5, 6, 2, 5, 6, then 2, 6 and 5, 2, 6 and 5, 2, 6 and 5, and 2, 6, 6, 2, 6, 6, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, 6, 5, 3, 6 and 5, and 3, 6, 6, 3, 6, 6. Okay, if we go through the question is about the sum as well. So let's quickly construct one more column in the beginning of the sum, and for sum purpose what we are going to do, that whatever outcomes we are getting, we have to add up those all numbers of the same outcome to get the sum. Okay, this is the additional extra working, but it will be helpful in the later parts. Okay, so 2, 5, 1, 5, 5, 1, 5, 5, 5 plus 5, 10, and 1, 11, 6 and 5, 11, and 1, 12, and 6 and 5, 11, and 1, 12 again, 6, 6, 12, and 1, 13, 5, 5, 10, 5, 5, 10, and 2, 12, and then 6 and 5, 11, and 2, 13, 6 and 5, 11, 11 and 2, 13, 6, 6, 12, and 2, 14, 5, 5, 10, and 3, 13, 6 and 5, 11, 12, 6 and 5, 11, 12, 13, and 14, then 6 and 5, 11, 11 and 3 is once again 14, 6, 6, 12, and 3, 15. Okay, okay, we are done with all extra working, and now it's the time, students, to go for the discussion of different parts of this question. Let me read first part of the question. Question says, using the tree diagram, calculate the probability 2 on the red die, 5 on the first green, and 6 on the second green. 2 on the red, 2 on the red, 2 on the red, 5 on the first green, and 6 on the second green. Okay, so for this part you can see that restriction imposes that from the first dice we must have to pick up what? 2, 5 on the first green and 6 on the second green. Probability of on the red, 2 on red die, 5 on the first green, 5 on the first green, and 6 on second, and 6 on second green. So the restriction is that what outcomes we have to take, that 2 must be on the first, 2 must be on the red dice, 2 must be on the red dice, 5 on the first green, 2, 5, and 6. So what we have to do is that chances of 2 from the red dice, they are 1 by 6, 5 on the first green, they are 5 by 6, and 6 has the chances 1 by 6. Now we cannot cancel 5 and 6, so 6 6 are 36, 36 multiplied by 6 is 216. I hope you are really clear about this. And moving to the second part, and the second part says 3 on the red, 3 on the red and 6 on each of the 2 green dice. 3 on red. So from the red dice we need 3. From the red dice we need 3, and from the both of the green dice we need 6. So this is the situation that we will be getting, we will be having. So the second part is probability 3 on red dice and 6 on each 6 and 6 on each of 2 green dice. Now try to understand the restriction here, that the restriction is that we have to find the probability of 3, 6, 6. 3, 6, 6. Now 3 on the red dice has the chances 3 by 6, 3 by 6, and 6 on the second and 6 on the third. 6 on the second and 6 on the third, 1 by 6 multiplied by 1 by 6, and this can give me 3 by 216, 3 by 216. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1 9, so we can simplify this. 3 ones are 3 sevens are and 2s are, and it will give me 1 over 72. 1 over 72. Okay, I hope you are clear about this. And let's move to the next part. The third part says that exactly 2 6s. Exactly 2 6s. Okay. So for exactly 2 6s, what we are going to do is probability. This is the third part. Probability of exactly 2 6s. So first move into the outcome column and see where can we get 2 6s we are getting here, and then 2 6s we are getting at this place, and 2 6s we are getting at this place. So for probability of exactly 2 6s, what we are going to do is that we have to take the chances of probability of 1 6 6 plus probability of 2 6 6 plus probability of what, students? 3 6 6. Keeping in mind that we are not supposed to change the order of these numbers, because one has to be picked up from the red dice. One has to be picked up from the red dice. 1 by 6 multiplied by 6 on the first green. 6 on the first green, 1 by 6, and 6 on the second green, 1 by 6, plus chances of 2, they are 2 by 6. Where is the difference coming? Just the difference is coming, student, on the red dice, 1 by 6, and then plus 3 by 6 times 1 by 6 multiplied by 1 by 6. Okay, now what we can do is, as we need to add up these all values, so preferably I will advise this to my students, that not to disturb the denominator. 6 6 are 36 multiplied by 6 is 216, and this will be 1 plus 2 by 216 plus 3 by 216. Okay, now we have to take the LCM carefully, as the denominators are same. So LCM will be 216. 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is equal to 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1 is 6 by 216. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1 9. 3 2s are 6, and 3 7s are and 2 ones are, and 2 36 times are. It's up to you how you go for the calculation and simplification, but you must have to give your answer in the simplified form. Okay, now moving to the fourth part, that is a sum of 12. Probability a sum of 12, sum of 12. So for this part, what we are going to do, we have to first locate that how many times we are getting sum 12. Sum 12 we are getting at this place, this is a second place, this is a third place. There are 3 situations where we are getting the sum 12, and then we have to see that which outcomes are giving me the sum 12. Probability of 156 plus probability of 165 plus probability of 255. These are the outcomes, these are the situations which are giving us the sum 12. And now what we have to do is that one from the red dice has the chances 1 by 6 times 5 by 6 and multiplied by 1 by 6, 165. Yes, that is again 1 from the first, 1 by 6, 6 from the first green, 6 from the first green, 1 by 6 multiplied by 5 by 6 plus 2 by 6, 5 by 6, and again 5 from the second red, 5 from the second red dice, 5 by 6. Okay, this will give me 5 by 216 plus again 5 by 216 and 5 5s are 25, 2s are 50, 50 by 216. And now what we can do is that 216 is the LCM, 216 is the LCM, and numerators will be coming as it is because all the fractions have the same denominator. So 50 plus 55 plus 5 is 60 by 216, and this gives me I have to read the table of if I am reading the table of 3 20 times, 3 7 times and 2 times, 2 10 times and 2 36 times, 2 5 times and 2 18 times, which is equal to 5 by 18. 5 by 18 are the chances for getting the sum 12. 5 by 18 are the chances for getting sum 12. And moving to the last part of this question, that is saying a sum which is divisible by 3. Sum which is divisible by 3. So again what we have to do is that we have to move in the sum column, and we have to find out that how many times the sum which is divisible by 3, 12, divisible by 3, 12, divisible by 3, 12, divisible by 3. Okay, and then what we can do is that 12, 13 and 15. So I hope there are how many chances of sum divisible by 3. Sum divisible by 3, that is sum of 12 plus sum of 15, and 12 we are getting 3 times. Sum probability sum divisible by 3. For that purpose, what we are going to do is that we have to find probability 156 plus probability of 165 plus probability of 255 probability of 2, 5, 5. We are having sum 12 3 times and sum 15, probability of 3 and 6, 6. Now, if you look at this part, we already have the answer of this, and we have to find the answer of what? Answer of the probability of 366. Let me find out the answer of probability of 366 first. 366 answer for the probability of 366, that will be giving me 3 by 6, 3 by 6, 3 from the red, and 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, and this will become 3 by 2, 1, 6. Now, what we have to do is, this is extra, so sum divisible by 3, probability sum divisible by 3 will be equal to 60 by 216 plus 3 upon 216. Here the denominators are same, so we can take the LCM easily. 216, 60 plus 3, which is equal to 63 by 216. If I am going for the table of 9, 216, 9 2s are 18, 3 and 24, 9 7s are and 9 24s are. So the sum which is divisible by 3, the answer is 7 by 24. Students, here you can see that I am making the use of what? I am making the use of the previous answer. So in case of the follow through situations, you have to be extra careful, because follow through answers can affect your next working as well. If the previous answer is incorrect, the next answer will also be affected. So please be careful about this part. Please watch and understand this lesson for better understanding of next lesson. Watch my lessons, like, share, subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.